We are live. There you go.
Hey,
So
how are you?
I am good. Boy, we talk about technical, all kinds of craziness tonight. Wow.
It's always something. You know me with technology. I don't know how y'all do it because I have no patience for it. But we're here. We did it.
And um, I didn't even have my mic in front of me, so you couldn't even you
I know
couldn't even.
that was a Susie moment. Okay, now you could feel where my mind is half the time.
Well, why can't
That
you
was
hear me?
good.
Everything's working. Everything's right there. What's going
That was good. I feel better now. It's not just me.
on? We're figuring it all out. Get it all.
Not just me. We'll work out all the
No,
kinks.
and you've got your new mic that sounds great.
Yes. Any more popping?
No, it sounds really good.
Finally. I'm so
And it's
excited.
on and you have it on the arm.
I got it on my boom. Thank you. Thank you to
Yeah.
you.
It's
That's why
awesome.
everybody needs a Warren, right? Thank you. Without
Right.
you, still be like sucking down the Red Bulls, no laundry in the car, popping
That was
everywhere.
that was a
Forget
pretty
about it.
pretty funny post with like laundry like all over
Oh
your
no.
car.
When I tell you the last time I did laundry was the last time you said, Susie, you got to go do that laundry. And then I decided to do the blankets and the sheet, like, because it's winter now. So the car was full. I didn't even tell you the whole story of the laundromat. So do you want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I filled the car. Now, mind you, I'm upstairs now, so I have to go downstairs. So 5 washing machines, 4 dryers. In the middle, after I brought my laundry in, got it in the machines, there's only like 4 working machines in this whole laundromat. So that alone, thank goodness I went on a, like, not on a weekend. And all of a sudden, one of the guys who's got clothes in the dryer, he's screaming, Policioso, Policio. I'm like, what? I had parked by the door because I had so much laundry to carry in. He
Oh,
was warning me they wanted to give me a parking ticket. And I'm like, no. I forgot to move my car. So I had to run out, fix that little ordeal. Then I had dropped my card. Somebody swiped it, picked up my card. I just put $40 on that sucker. Yeah. But the clothes are clean.
wow.
So
So that's how you do it now. You don't put money in the machines. You have a card,
you have a card. Yeah.
right?
That
Yeah.
took me like 4 trips to even learn that. And that was over the summer. So I finally got that one down. Yeah. It's
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy just to do your laundry, but I'm glad you got it done. That's good.
Yeah, me
And you have your
too.
calendar all good for the month, right? So you got all
Calendar's
December's all
good.
kind of
Yep. Got it.
awesome.
I
Good.
feel so much better. It was getting quite overwhelming because I started to do my little, sticky note thing. And
Right.
doesn't work because then I get overwhelmed looking at all the sticky notes. So this is like really organized and it's working. So,
Perfect. That's so
how
good.
was
Good for
how
you.
was your week?
Oh my God. It's been crazy. It's you go into the holidays and you think, okay, things are going to calm down, everything's going to be good, and it's just 1,000 different things all going on at the same time, and just trying to manage people being sick and
Hmm.
one day at a time, Susie.
I'm
Telling them
sorry,
like,
but it's never come around the holidays.
no, it's never come around the
No.
holidays.
I
But
mean,
so for what I do, so the schools close like next week, and then they're
mhm.
closed till like the first week of January or something. So in theory, it should be quiet, right? But then there's
Mhm.
all this other stuff, and my boss like, "Oh, you've got all this free time. I've got 17 other things I want you to."
Here
I'm
you
like,
go.
"Great, thank
More
you so much.
work.
More work, yay, thank you."
Oh my
But it's all
goodness.
good. All
Yeah.
right, so we're going to switch it up tonight
Let's
because
do it.
normally when we talk, I'm asking you all the questions, but tonight we're going to be more interactive. So you can ask free for
Ooh.
all. This is going to be a free for all live tonight.
Okay.
Let's see where this
Hmm.
goes.
So let me think. Okay. Anything off limits?
Nope. I got
Okay.
nothing off limits.
I have a
Towards the limits.
question. Okay,
Okay.
that might be helpful to me, but at the same time I'm curious.
Okay.
When you were first single, how did you go about getting back into dating?
Oh, wow. Excellent question. So I am by nature very introverted, very introverted. I have a very small group of people that are part of my circle, and I don't usually go out of that circle, although doing this kind of thing is like
Mm,
supernatural to me. And I'm like, I can talk to like, I just enjoy talking to people. So it's a really weird dynamic, right? If you
mm-hmm,
or I were sitting in a restaurant, I would struggle to have a conversation.
mm.
This way, it's like, it's no problem. So to answer your question, it was online dating.
Online dating?
That's how online dating. Yeah, I tried.
You're
I
brave.
didn't Yeah, I didn't try, excuse me, a lot of them, like, there's like, I guess there's like Bumble and there's Tinder. And so I actually use one called Plenty of Fish. I
Okay.
did. And I was on it for a little while and talked to some different people.
So you were
And then
comfortable because you were online.
because you're online, you're not seeing anyone,
Okay.
it's just like emailing and texting them or whatever. And then Sandra will tell you the story. It was like a Sunday morning, and I
Mm-hmm.
was on, and I saw her, and I reached out and connected, and said, she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing laundry. What are you doing?" She said, "I'm doing laundry," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh
So
my
here we
goodness.
go. And yeah, it was funny because I was talking to like three or four different people at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, and all of a sudden I was like, "Well, if you're doing laundry, okay, that's
I'm doing laundry. That's a
and
sign.
yeah, and we talked for weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, before we
Okay.
actually said, let's meet up. And we met up at a what do they call it? TGI Fridays.
Okay.
Just a like
Mm-hmm.
a restaurant that was kind of in between where both of us were living.
Out in public,
And
nice and safe.
and it was funny. So she's kind of sitting sideways at the bar because we always sit at a bar. Even today, when we go
Okay.
out, we almost never sit at a table. We always sit at the bar, which is just kind of our
No, it's a
thing.
vibe. I get
Okay.
the vibe. I
Yeah,
like the bar
yeah.
vibe
It's just
sometimes. Yeah.
I much prefer sitting at the bar and just
Mm-hmm.
having that interaction with other people and the bartender. And so when we go out, it's definitely a bar thing,
Especially on a first date. That's a good
right?
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
yeah.
that.
Because if it isn't going really well, then there's other people that can you can talk to other
Yeah.
people, and
You're
maybe
not
that
like
spurs a
at a
different kind of
table, like,
conversation. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because if you're
What
at a
now?
table and
Looking
it's
around.
uncomfortable, now what do you do, right? I got to go to the bathroom. I got to go.
And then you got to move your chair. You got to like, am I sitting right? It's all awkward. You got to look at each
Very
other.
awkward.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
yeah. So sitting at a bar, I think, is a much better, especially like you said, first date kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and it just kind of grew from there. But for me, online dating was oh, hold on, sorry, technology. It's my mom texting me, so I probably should text her back. But um, for me, online dating was safe
Right. Because
because
you're used to like computer stuff too.
but I'm not someone that can go to like a bar and meet someone,
Right.
right? I couldn't go to a social gathering and meet someone. I don't have that confidence in myself to do it. And
Different
so,
personality. Yeah.
yeah,
But
so,
how did you know she
having
was real? Like when you first saw her, were you like, wow, she's
right?
real? Were you like
Yeah.
happily surprised? Like, wow, you're beautiful. Like, was
Well,
it?
that's so true, right? Because they say a lot of times what you see online is not the person that you
Mm-hmm.
meet at the restaurant. So I guess it just kind of worked out. But I will tell you a really funny story.
Mm-hmm.
So I got there first. So I'm actually in the lobby of the restaurant waiting for
Wait,
her.
did you like watch to make sure like it wasn't an 800-pound gorilla walking through the door like a man who pretended to be a woman and I don't know. Who
Well,
knows these
A, I
days? An
did.
alien?
Yeah, right. So A, I did it because I wanted to make sure she was actually going to show up.
Right.
And B, I just wanted to see like her body language. Like, is this someone who is like
Confident.
energetic and looking for? And she walked in. I swear to God, she will tell you the same story. She was like hunched over. Her head was down. It was like she didn't want to be there, but she kind of put herself out to be there.
Okay.
And as I'm walking because there's like a two-sided window, right? So there's
Yeah.
the doors and then there's glass this way, so I could actually see her
Like a little
walking up.
lobby area. Yeah, like a little
Yeah,
waiting.
and I'm going, oh shit, this isn't good. She does not look happy, right? I'm like, oh, this is not a good sign when you're walking in
Oh,
with your head down, and I'm like,
she
oh
was
my god,
probably
here we go. But
scared.
well, I think she was just leery about
Well,
getting back out there, and so
so
I
what?
think we're kind of we were in the same place, but we just
Mm,
had different body language, and it was pretty funny.
yeah, well, you're a man. You're more, I don't know. I feel like the man would be more strong, and then she's walking in like, what. She needs to feel
Right.
safe and all that, and make sure you're
Yeah.
real too.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So
So
it
was
was,
was
yeah,
this
but
her
yeah,
first date too? Like her first online meet a person experience?
no, because she had been divorced for, oh, I don't know, a couple of years, I guess. So
Okay.
she had been dating. So
Well, there's your
for
answer,
me, it was really
Warren.
quick. Yeah.
There's your answer. Could you imagine what she ran into going to meet them? So she was probably like,
Oh,
here
right.
we go
Yeah.
again. What am I
Here we go
walking
again. Yeah.
into? And then she
So,
found you. So she was happily surprised. Oh my
but yeah,
goodness.
no, and you're right. It was a totally different experience because this was literally
Yeah.
like my first time out there. But I was like petrified. Like, what am I
I'm
like?
sorry. I
What,
could just
I
visualize you
mean,
sitting there watching this poor woman. Like, she's probably
and
like,
then we
here we
sit
go
down
again.
and
What am I getting into?
she, well, I had no idea what it was. And so we sit down. She orders her beer. She only drinks Mick Ultra. Like that's her thing. That's her beer. I
Okay.
had my
Very
bourbon because
cool.
that's my thing. Yep.
Cool.
And I'm like, what do you want? What do you want to eat? And she's like, red flag right at the beginning. I'm very picky. That's what she said to me. I'm very picky. I'm like, gosh. Okay. Okay. So I said, let's
She was
get
honest.
pot
She was
stickers.
honest.
She was very honest, super
Mm-hmm.
honest the whole time. She said, I said, do you want to try pot stickers? She goes, I don't even know what the hell that is. I'm like, so just try it. If you
I love
don't
it.
like it, because like with your kids, right? Just try it one time. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it again. But just, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So I ordered them and she goes, oh, wow, these are really good. I'm like, yeah, no shit, they're really good.
There
Why?
you, there you go.
So what she
Oh my
is,
goodness.
it's
So you just hit it
very,
off, right? You just hit it off?
we did. We really did. We really hit it off. We had a lot of things in common. Her son is a few years younger than my younger son.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they played sports. So we had, family values are identical. Like our moms
Awesome.
are so similar. It's like scary how well they get along.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of them have filters. They say whatever the hell they want. And they don't
So
even
you were both
care.
very comfortable with each other.
Yeah, we were really super
Okay.
comfortable right out of the gate. Yeah, right out of
Okay,
the gate.
I have another question. So did you kiss her goodnight on the first date?
No,
Okay.
no, we
Gentlemen,
just,
good. I think that's
I
appropriate, to be honest.
yeah. No, I walked her to her car
Did you do like a
and
hug, a
thanked
side
her.
hug?
I think so. I think it was
You
just kind
didn't
of a
shake
side hug kind
hands,
of
like it
thing.
wasn't like, see you later. Nice
No,
meeting
no,
you.
no.
Okay.
I did do that on
Nice
another date
meeting
once,
you.
and I was like,
Did you?
"See ya."
Sayonara. Ciao.
So I don't know, gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
It was probably
Nightmare.
I don't know. Maybe, it was probably two or three dates
Okay.
before we
Like the
did. But
moment came and it was like,
yeah, it was just,
yeah, but that's how it
it,
should be. It should be all natural.
right.
I
Yes,
think,
absolutely.
because I'm
Yeah.
completely clueless. Okay. Like, you don't even want to know. I, I'm terrified to date. Like, I've done it a few times, but it's scary to me. The online thing is not for me. I'm glad
No,
it worked for you. But
have you tried it?
I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with it. I don't know who's on the other end.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Well,
My
you,
granddaughter, my 10-year-old granddaughter and her friend, when I was living at my son's last year, they're like, Grandma, what's your email? So I gave her my email. I don't know. The kids have my phone. They have access to everything. I don't hide anything. I have
yeah.
nothing to hide. So a couple days later, I start getting all these emails. I'm like, what is this? So I asked my daughter-in-law, I'm like, what is this? They signed me up on Tinder and they took like the best photos from my Facebook. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? So their mom had to she had to go in the email and because we didn't know the password, the little girl got scared. Her friend that signed it up, and they're like, oh, we're finding you a boyfriend, this and that. So I'm telling you, that was it. I was done. I'm like, oh
Done.
no. I'm like, get me off there, whatever you need to do, because I had no idea. So.
So what do you do? Blind date? Let somebody so
What
what's
the heck is, wait a
more,
minute. How is blind dating different than online dating? It's
well,
blind. You
it's
don't know who it
someone,
is.
but it's someone setting you up on a date. It's at least they know who it is, right?
Okay,
So
so like a
if you have
computer company.
no, 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 like a friend of yours says, "Hey, I know this guy. I
Oh,
think he
oh,
would be
oh.
good
No.
for you to
Okay.
date with," and then you go out and you meet this person.
Well, I've had a
Just
few experiences. Um,
yeah,
now, remember something. I don't know. I don't know how deep I want to get into this right now or if I'm ready, but I will share that everyone, you need to remember, Warren, I was married at 18.
wow,
And then I went from that marriage to the second marriage, which lasted
yeah,
25 years. So here I am, and I went from a boyfriend to that first marriage. It's like, I don't know, being thrown out into the wilderness.
yeah.
And, I'm in therapy and all that. And Dr. Matt kept preparing me. Like, I've been with him 2.5 years. So as I'm starting to feel better and more confident and actually brush my teeth and get up in the morning, he's like,
Yep.
okay, you're going to start, you're going to start dating. And I'm like, what the heck? What you talk about, Willis? What, are you kidding me? Start dating. I'm like, dude, I just got up and started brushing my teeth. What do you mean
I'm saying,
dating? He's like, I can't. So I promised him I would try. So I went
yep.
out with a couple guys. I had fun. I just wanted to make sure I was alive still, if that
Yep.
makes
Yep.
sense. And I
Oh
am.
no, absolutely. Yep.
And then comes the surprises, like the people that were waiting in the background that all of a sudden were interested in you all these years. And now they're like,
2 years.
let's
Yep.
go out. I've always
Let's
liked
go
you.
out.
And I'm like, tried that one. Didn't work.
Didn't work.
I don't know. It's kind of hard for me. It's kind of hard because then I get the 27-year-old and I'm like, boy, sit down. You're a child. That's kind of scary.
Yep.
Too young. And
Right.
I'm working with Dr. Mac now, and today I had therapy, and he finally said to me, okay, we'll work on this in 2024
Okay.
because it's just, I don't know. It's all over the place. I don't know what age to date. I don't know what's appropriate. I'm
Does it
like a
matter?
child.
Does
My
it
whole
matter?
life I've been married. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I was married to someone older than me. It truly does not matter.
Matter, right?
But what I'm dealing with is I think I'm finally getting comfortable within myself.
That's the main thing, right?
So to just
Yeah.
go out there and date for fun and, I've gone to concerts and went out dancing and had fun. Those dates are fun. That's
Fun,
totally
yeah.
great. But like a
That's what you want.
relationship, I don't think I'm ready for a
Right.
relationship. There you go. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But to go out and
Yeah.
have fun, yeah, you could do, it's like I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me right now. Like I feel like it's a
You're
job
you're
interview.
you're in still, I think, in that self-discovery, like who is Susie and what
Mm-hmm.
does Susie want and where's Susie going? And to bring somebody into that equation now, I don't
Mm-mm.
I mean, if Dr. Mack, he's the expert, but it seems to me like you are like 75% of the circle, and
Yeah.
it's until you close that loop and like you are like, I got it, I am back, and you're so
And
close.
now I
I
know
mean,
what I want. Now I know who I am.
exactly.
Now I have a mission.
Yeah.
Now can be Susie. Okay, but all right. I'm just going to tell you one little thing. But there
Okay.
is someone, and this is true. There is someone from my past that I
Yep.
know since I was growing up, and we just reconnected. And it's kind of like, whoa, where
Oh,
did this come
yep.
from? Like, seriously. And we've
Yep.
always gotten along. We were friends growing up. And we're planning, yeah, he doesn't live close by. So we're planning on getting together. And quite honestly, I'm like really excited.
That's awesome. That's
So I don't
great.
know where this is going to lead. I mean, we've
Gonna
been
go.
friends
Yep.
forever, but
Yep.
it would be really, really cool and like a really fairy tale kind of
Well, that
story.
would be right. That would
So
be a
we'll
very fairy
see.
tale story.
We'll see.
But but I think you have to control the situation,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? I think
For
you have to be in
once.
the. Yes, you have to control the situation. This is what Susie can handle right now. This is what Susie wants,
Yeah.
and you're just going to have to. I think there's going to be a level of patience, right? As you kind of figure out where you are, this person just has to understand that. You know
And
what?
that's what
The expect. Yeah.
that's what Dr. Max says. You need someone that can understand what you've been through, what you've gone
Yep.
through, where you are now and where you're going.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
not just any person. That's a lot to put on someone,
Right.
especially in a
And
new
they,
relationship.
yeah. But they need to know that going in too, though, right? They need to know what the
Absolutely.
expectation is, right? And that open conversation about, hey, this is where I am, and gradually it'll go, but you have to
Hmm.
understand that
Yeah,
it's
like
slow and steady.
I'm getting there. I'm not 100%. I'm
Right.
like 80, like you said, like 75, whatever, but I'm still
Yeah.
a work in progress. But no, I agree
And
with
I
that.
think, and I think, Susie, I think the momentum is moving faster than it was like a month ago, right? I think the
Yes.
momentum of your
Yes.
progression has like really
Hmm.
gotten some substance behind it, and it's every day is like, oh my God, you're doing. I
I
mean,
know.
even the reels that you
It's
do every
exciting.
day, like you're out there every. Oh, I got my nails done. I went to this
Yeah.
whatever it was. I mean, that's
Yep, yep, yep. I got to
and,
tell
and
you,
and you
Warren,
have the
I hate to cut you off, but you have a lot to do with it. My whole NATV crew has a lot to do with it. That was like the last tier. It's one thing for your therapist to work with you and get you to a point where you feel good about yourself and they're proud of you. And your family members, of course, the people that love you, you expect it.
right.
But when you have complete strangers that you connect with on a level that we all connect with, because
Right.
we've all been there. And yes, I do the women's groups and the shelters and I connect with everyone. But this was just something that came out of the blue and has helped me beyond.
How weird is it, Susie, that we came together?
It's
Like, I don't. Part of me still wonders, like, how does it work
Don't question it.
that these
It's God.
people, yeah, these people came into my life at this time, and we
Perfect timing.
all click.
Yep.
We all work. Like, it's just this really cool thing.
Yeah. My godmother called me today. She's like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who these people are, but you keep doing it because you just
No,
read 3 books in a month. You haven't read 3 books in a lifetime. I just want to read. I want to read. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to heal. It's like you said, like oh my gosh, it's like a something took over, and it's amazing. I'm like so
Those
grateful.
chains are, yeah, those chains are broken, and you are just going, and that's.
And I've just begun.
And again, I'm not a therapist, but the way I see it, and maybe maybe Dr. Back would just smack me in the face and say,
I doubt it.
I think there's got to be some kind of like boundary so that you don't go too far too fast, right? You
Mm-hmm.
kind of stay in your lane, and your progress is in that lane because you're going, like you said, your board's like you got 10,000 things
Mm-hmm.
going on your board. I, my hope is that the progression happens, but it doesn't like spin you so that
Mm-mm.
you get set back because there's too much going on. But it doesn't seem like you're that.
No.
It seems like you really do have it in control.
Because I'm staying to myself, like you said. This is how I know with the whole dating thing, like I'm not ready. Because I am so content with just being by myself, which
Yep.
I
Never.
never had my own thoughts. It was either panic, anxiety, PTSD. This is the first
Yep.
time in my life that I can remember that I'm actually like I told Dr. Mac this afternoon I went in and I said, Dr. Mac, I wake up in the morning and I do, like a little kid, you're like, I wake up like that in the morning. And I'm like, I did it. I did it. I'm free
Yeah.
and I'm alive. And I'm so happy and I have things
Yeah.
to look forward to.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking my time. I'm pacing it. I'm not.
What a perfect time. Like you're just moving yourself right into 2024 and everything
Yeah.
that 2024 is going to bring. And I think 2024 is going to be like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, for all of
Yeah.
us,
I don't know
for
about you, but
everyone.
2023 sucked for me like really big time. And so, but
Mm.
there's just this for the first time, I did a call on Monday night with another friend, and she
Hmm.
said to me, um, like, what makes you like, are you really content? Like, are you really happy? And I
Hmm.
said, I'm not, but 2024 just seems like it's like I'm on the launch pad right now. And 2024
Yes.
is like when the mission starts and it's just not going to slow down. And there's
Take
all these
off.
pieces that have kind of come into place in the past couple months that just have like seeded it to say, yeah, 2024 I think is going to be pretty cool year.
Sometimes I think back and I'm like, were all these little opportunities there? I mean, obviously things come up, but when you self isolate or we get stuck in our routine or we get stuck being unhappy, I feel like there probably were opportunities to grow and better, because we all need to grow. We can't stay in the same place doing the same thing, being miserable, whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever, and letting go of things that we're comfortable in because it's scary to change.
Right? Yeah.
It's really
It,
scary.
I, I, um, I'm trying. This phrase used to used to be my life, and now I'm in such a different place. I can't remember what it was, but it was
Hmm.
um, it's not comfortably numb. I do say that
I love
for
that
a
song,
long
Pink
part of my
Floyd.
life. Oh my God, it's the best song
I
ever. I
know,
listen to
the
it all the time.
best.
But I really was comfortably numb, right? I was
Hmm.
I was
Me too.
comfortably miserable. And I think that's part of it. I was comfortably miserable because I knew what to expect,
Hmm.
right? And I knew what it was going to be like, and I didn't have the guts to change it. I
Yeah.
just didn't until I got to that point that I did, and I changed it. And I don't look back and say, "Man, I should have done that."
Yeah, I don't
I did it
either.
when I did it, and now it's all these opportunities that we have. But yeah, we just got to keep going. And
Ooh,
I
I get
think,
goosebumps. It's so
right, yeah,
true. I mean, this is what I hope people understand, like from watching our stories, right? Is that as hard as it is, and we get stuck and we get too comfortable in these situations or lifestyles or dysfunction, it's
yeah.
horrifying to think of doing something different and getting free. because
Right.
the unknown is so scary.
It's so overwhelming that you don't take that chance
Yeah. And
until you
then, I
do.
mean, I had no choice.
You have no
It was
choice.
like,
Right. Right.
boom. Okay, do or die.
Yeah.
You either
Yep.
make it or break
Literally.
it. And I
Yep.
literally chose to make it.
To make it. And what a mindset, right? I mean, that's the whole mindset right there.
Hmm.
And now that you have that mindset of going, there's no going back, right? I mean, there's just not.
And I was talking to Dr. Mack today, and he was saying, and even like my godmother, and they're like, you were always like this. And it's true because if I think back to before or even during all these crazy situations I had myself in, right,
Yeah.
for all these years, I always figured stuff out, made stuff happen, no matter how
Yeah.
bad. Everything around me was spinning and all the
Yep.
problems and drama, I still kept it all together, which was
Yeah. Yeah.
exhausting, don't get me wrong. Left me as a shell of a human being. But
Yep.
I don't think we realize how much power we have and our thoughts. Just changing my thought pattern.
Mhm.
If we just change one thought, I mean, it's so overwhelming. Just one a day. Like, get up and be like, I'm alive. Start there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, gratitude. Every day
Hmm.
I start my day with gratitude. I don't care how bad you woke up and you open
There's
your eyes and there's
something,
another day to figure it
yeah,
out.
to
And
be
so you're
grateful
grateful
for.
that you opened your eyes and
Exactly.
you did that. But I think for me personally, one of the things
Hmm.
that I'm battling is that I've limited myself to what I think I can accomplish. And other people are now telling me until you break that thought pattern to go, you can do whatever you want.
Anything.
that that is the mindset that we're working towards, right? To say there's nothing that can stop, and you just said it, there's nothing you can't do.
No,
Like if you put
nothing.
your mind to it, you can accomplish whatever you want. But for so long we were held back from doing
Hmm.
that, and now that the gates are open and you take that first step out, it's like, oh man,
I'm
they're right.
free. Like,
I'm
what
free.
first?
And literally, if I put the effort in, I can do whatever I want. And
It's
it's
amazing.
it's it is amazing.
It's literally how we think. That's it.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, and if you think negative, you need to stop yourself. I do. Like,
Yeah.
we need to just say, whoa, what, like you said, gratitude. And then it's which part of your brain do you want to wake up? The negative side or the positive side? So, whatever
Right.
side you choose to wake up, that side is going to run your day.
Yes.
And do you want to have a good day or a bad day? You want to be productive? You want to make something happen? Even if you choose to, like, sometimes I'll do like a Susie day and I'll rest because I never allowed myself to rest. For
Yeah.
me, that is like a major positive day. Not taking care of anyone else, dealing with myself. And
So
it's
important.
amazing.
It's so
Little,
important to have.
little things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how we got there from dating, but this is a whole like we went like
I
oh
don't know, but this works up to the dating.
yeah, yeah.
Because
But
I
it
can't
does, right?
date until I'm whole. I don't want to do the same things I've done before because clearly I have a pattern of not doing the right thing when it comes to relationships for my entire life. So why would I continue that pattern? It doesn't seem logical to me right now because the other side of my brain that was sleeping for so long is awake
Yep.
now, and now it makes sense.
And that all makes sense. Yeah.
You know,
All right.
like,
So I have one question before we wrap
okay.
things up. You posted a picture
Mhm.
last week, a week ago, a couple weeks. It was a very young you
Okay.
and three like macho guys.
Yeah.
How old were you?
The Guidos, New Yorkers.
How
That's
old were
old
you in this
school.
picture? Was it like high
I
school?
was 15 years old.
Wow.
And that was our 1980s version of a white party because we were all in white. Now,
Yep.
mind you, I was 15 and this was the neighborhood. This is what we did. We'd all hang out and have parties or go to each
Yep.
other's homes, whatnot. But yeah, that was me at 15.
Wow.
I had left school. I left school in the 8th grade. I went and took nail and makeup courses. I graduated at 16. No, I don't even. Yes, and then I went to work, and I became an assistant manager of a Merrill Norman Cosmetics in our local mall at 16 years old.
Wow.
So yeah, that was exactly that time.
Wow.
But they were cute, right? Those boys were so cute. I look back, I'm like, shoot, those are my friends. They were really cute.
You all look great. You all look great. It's like, wow.
That was a
Yeah,
fun
I
time.
I
Hey,
wasn't quite sure.
speaking of old photos, I just saw you going to your reunion, and you
Oh
still
my
that
God.
jacket. I mean, come on. You look
That's
like
the
like a
funniest thing.
1950s like Fonzie show. It was
Wow.
so cool. No, seriously, these are
I,
great photos of you. You had a good time?
thank you. It was a blast. Yeah, that jacket's been in my closet like literally for 45 years, and um, it's insane. So Sunday was my
Awesome.
45th high school reunion. It was the first one I've ever gone to.
Oh my
Never went
gosh.
to a high school reunion ever because it wasn't like my thing. Like I wasn't real popular in high school, but I had all these friends. But one of my
Mm-hmm.
really good classmates has stage 4 cancer,
Hmm.
and said, "Listen, I'm not going to make my 50th. So I
Oh,
really would like
you
as
don't
many
know.
people as possible to come to the 45th." So we did. There was, I don't know, 100 people that showed up.
Nice.
The 40th reunion, there was like 300 people. So, but nonetheless, but I went in the closet and I saw the jacket. I said, just for the
Yes.
shits, let me see
You
if it
wore it
fits.
in, right?
I did,
Oh,
absolutely. They
awesome.
were like,
Good for
oh my
you.
God.
That must have been the hit of the night. You making your grand entrance.
Oh my God, in my 45-year-old high school jacket. So I said
That's
to
cool.
Sandra, I don't want to get it dry clean because it might fall apart. Like if the water,
You don't know
I
if
don't
those
know
little
what's
moss
going
made
to
holes. You put some water on it, it's going to
happen.
deteriorate.
I said, I'm just leaving it the way it is. And I said, now the goal is it has to fit when I'm fit for my
There
50th,
you
but we'll see what
go.
happens.
And I'm sure it
That's the
will.
goal, right? I don't know. We'll see. But it was really
Awesome.
interesting because I walked into that room and we just started having conversations like
No
we
time
saw each other
passed.
yesterday. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like no time passed at all. We picked up. I was talking to a friend who Sandra's son is a guitar player. He's really, really good. And
Cool.
when he lived in Connecticut, he played in all these open mic kind of bands and
Mm-hmm.
all over the state. And this guy would be at those shows, and we didn't even know he was there because we were talking about it. He's like, "Oh, I used to go to that bar because he's
Small
in a band."
world.
Even small world. I'm like, Ishmael,
Mm,
really? He's like, I probably saw you and didn't make the connection, but yeah, we know all the same people in the band world and crazy stuff.
that's cool.
So it turned out to be a fun night. It was a really fun night.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was
Well, I'm
good.
so glad you
Yeah,
went. I'm sure
I
you're
am
so glad
too.
you went.
I am because I had mixed emotions about like, yeah, and most of the people that were there, I talk to on Facebook all the time, so it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like really, really awkward. But then I walked in, and they're like, "Oh my God," it was kind of cool. And then
Kind of
Sandra
like
had a good
online
time.
dating. You see everyone in person,
Yeah,
and it's like it's
exactly.
live. It's more exciting
It's
as we're
more exciting.
chatting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really, really fun. So
I'm glad you had a good
that was
time.
good. So we're
Awesome.
going to be here again next week, right?
Oh yeah. I'm
We'll
here.
be back next Wednesday night. So it's
Wednesdays are our nights.
our Wednesday night. So it's Susie with a Z podcast. You want to check out everything you're doing. Everything you're doing now is on YouTube, right? So people should go to
Yes.
Susie with a Z
Susie
podcast
with
and
a Z
check out all
podcast
your
show. Yes, because
show.
that's how I
Yep.
got on YouTube.
Okay.
And
Yep.
then I have my Facebook is Susie Cosbin. I think it's Susie with a Z on there too somewhere. I'm working out all the kinks.
Okay.
And then on Instagram it's Susie with a Z podcast. Yeah, and everything's gonna be updated, and I'm working on getting everything over to the channels.
Awesome. You can find me on Unlock the Day for everything. I've kind of moved everything over to YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all these things that I don't even understand, but everything
We're
is there. So
learning.
we're learning. We get through all
That's
the
it.
technical stuff. We'll be good. All right, Susie. Have a great night,
You too.
and
Thank you for having me
we'll talk.
on again. And I'll see
We'll
you
talk next
next
Wednesday.
week. Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thanks,
good
everybody.
night.
Bye.
Bye.